Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dallas, Texas, headquarters of OpTic Gaming. I'm gonna walk you a bit through the history of this amazing team. It starts in 2006 when OpTic Gaming is born. 2009, OpTic takes over YouTube. They start to get big. 2011, they win their first $1 million on Call of Duty. 2014, they conquer ETH Games. Gold medal, my man. 2015, OpTic is awarded eSport Team of the Year, start to get some international recognition. 2016, they win CSGO Elite Season 2, so it was big. 2017, OpTic wins the World Championship in Halo, Gears of War, Call of Duty. End of 2017, OpTic answered PUBG, Dota 2 and Overwatch. Well, that's not even the beginning. In 2018, OpTic is pleased to enter the biggest game in the world, League of Legends. Welcome on board. Is he petting my penis?
Yes, it was.
That was okay. That was okay. Okay. That's okay.
So for OpTic Dota, last couple of weeks it's been as crazy as ever. This is one of the most busy Dota years that's ever been. You know, constantly playing in qualifiers, trying to earn ourselves spots in all of these minors and especially the majors. We as a team have been playing 20 to 25 days out of each month, practicing almost every single day, and we've been boot camping for majors in particular. We're out here in California, LA, Huntington Beach. We had a tournament actually at this venue, which qualified us for a tournament in Singapore next month.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very grateful to be on OpTic. It's super cool to, be a part of like this well-recognized org that, people just they really get on board with. People really back the team. There's a lot of fans. They're very supportive, and it's definitely very, very cool.
The team's mentality it's good. We're, like I was saying, we all understand the process. A lot of us have had experience on incredibly high-level teams, and we know what it takes to get there. So you just have to put your best foot forward, and as long as everybody is working hard and committed to the process of winning, hopefully you'll get there. It's, everyone, like all these other Dota teams out there, you want to say you're working the hardest, but you're probably not. It's a combination of a lot of things, and we're doing the best that we can. Hopefully our process gets us there.
I think we're a lot more comfortable with each other than we were whenever we first formed. You play with each other for a while, and then slowly you get more used to, like being yourself around people, being chill. I think we're like a lot better friends than we were whenever we first formed, for sure. And it makes it more fun to play. It's easier to talk about mistakes and improve and stuff whenever you're like friends as well as teammates.
Competition is rough, but that's how it is nowadays. Hopefully, in this round of qualifiers, we'll be able to do well. I think Dream League should be the biggest goal because it's the major, so we'll be aiming for that.
But we're also tomorrow playing in the DreamHack Major Qualifier, which is a $1 million tournament at DreamHack Winter in Jönköping, Sweden.
I used to go like pretty much every DreamHack when I was younger because I was always playing, I was competing. For the past 2 or 3 years, something like that, I haven't been able to go. So if we qualify, it'll be fun for sure. It's strange because I don't know. I've never really like played on my home turf. It's always been the US for me because I've always played on North American teams. So whenever we're in like the US or TI or whatever, that was like the home turf, the home games. But I guess in reality, Sweden's the actual home games. So if we can qualify, that should be good.
We're just grinding and hustling just like every other Dota team out there, and there's $40 million in prize money up for grabs this year, so it's a pretty fierce competition, but we've been growing as a team. We're still a new team, and I think I'm really proud of the progress that we've been making as a group, and I'm looking forward to seeing how we do tomorrow.
And they got the control on the Brewmaster. Brewmaster looks like he's going to get hit by the boat. That's going to be another kill.
They've got to be careful, Complexity. That's a carry on the night they're looking at. Oh, he nearly had it there. But no, with that, it's game over for sure. There's 3 dead. GG is called. This game is over and done. Complexity take the victory 2-1. OpTic Gaming, we will see them again, but they'll be down in the lower bracket, playing in the third and final series of today.
OpTic Gaming's gone. They are done. DreamHack Major, the dreams, they cannot hack into them anymore. They are completely gone. With that, Digital Chaos moves forward to tomorrow. They will play the loser.
Unfortunately, he calls him. What is happening?
How did he get two in that situation? Spotted from the site player.
Not
they
only
both
that,
try to peek him at the same time.
Majis getting those 2 kills while Ominic was clearing out A, gave OpTic the free A site.
And they're gonna try to take back this site.
No
which
nades.
is rightfully theirs. You're right. They line up. Shazam gets versus Majis on 5 HP. Picks up the op. Is gonna be looking for the frag. Shoulder peeks it.
Big
Peeks up
frag.
Shazam. Then he's on the bomb, and there you have it. Majis closing it out. What a big
Another
play from
4K.
OpTic Gaming. I mean, what can you say about this kid?
I mean, I think in the last,
Oh
what,
my
4 or
goodness.
5 rounds, he's pulled in like 15 kills on his own. I mean, Majis coming alive once that SG dropped into his hands and really dominating on this. I mean, this is what I kind of expected out of OpTic on this map. They seem like they're a little bit more individually talented
Yeah,
than the
it's crazy.
Misfit side, and it definitely showed here on this map.
As a result, they've actually rotated players round. So if you look, they have almost 4 near the site. Although that's unlucky timing, Naflight falls back only to reconsider as OpTic charge on in. Great shots from Ustillo. Good work with the USP. Even finds 3 just defending the site like a madman. 4! Ustillo! He's not letting up today. Nifty trade finishes off, but Renegades, what a round. Really? Yeah, interesting. That's what I'm here for. Well, there's not a lot of data on R8s anyway. Good shot from Nifty. Not many people use them, but Nifty, what is going on? 2 kills on the A site, make it 3, no issue. Renegade's just shutting down this round. I mean, oh my god! Nifty! He closes out the game in style. Renegade, 16 to 7.
I want us to be able to play standard, and we play spread out. Everyone is talking a lot. We're saying for example, in B, Mirage Apps, they're molotoving deep and smoking every round. So he would most likely not have a molotov and a smoke, the guy B. Then we know, okay, we can even fucking just walk contact B if they're doing the deep nades B, right? And stuff like this. We are too bad with the information to be able to play like that right now.
I agree.
So there's two like and when we can't play like that,
I'm saying those things.
we
just don't use it.
Yeah, I agree, but
yeah, there's times that happens
yeah,
as well.
I know.
Because I say, for example, there's 3 banana. In the minor, that fucking round.
There's so many
I
times
will
where
never forget it.
I gave like really crucial info, but we didn't like actually use it.
Yeah, but the thing is, I can't. It's also, as I said, like you're talking very low a lot of times as well.
Yeah.
And like if you have super crucial information, and I don't like react to it, you should scream, and you have to take initiative, and you should say, "Come B." I hear like no one is B. We should search B. They have used all their names. They have no upper B. Something like this. This is up to you. I can't play in like mid. I can try to listen. I will try to listen to everything, but I can't like sit. I'm also playing. Like I can't just sit in T-spawn and wait for everyone to tell me stuff, and I only listen, and then I will call this. Maybe I can do this in a year or so, but right now I haven't been in IGL long enough to be able to do it. So that means that everyone has to take initiative for me and say, if you have, like Oscar said, if you have this crucial information, for example, that they are playing 3B, then Oscar should say 3B, rush A, 3B. That is how Oscar should communicate this, in my opinion.
I mean, from day one, it felt like we were pugging a lot, and but we have been telling each other what we have to improve on, and we have also improved. All the players that are taking criticism from each other, and we're giving criticism, and we're all taking it not as hate or flame or like you're bad or anything like that. It's just like we need to work on this, and we're working on it, and we're becoming better at it. So I think that it's really good that we're still improving after playing for over a bit over 2 months now, and I feel very confident that we can go to a lot of bigger events this autumn and do a lot better than what we have done so far. We're gonna go to a lot of other events coming up, and we're gonna keep building our team and fix all the mistakes and learn new things every event that we go to, and hopefully we can come home with a trophy, at least if not this year, in the beginning of next year, because I really believe in our team and we have a lot of potential. We just need to get the game going and feel confident even on LAN.
Oh, it's they have to fix it. So I think we just do everything over there. Let's get dressed up. It's not a big deal. Are you gonna be able to do that? I think we end up here, facing that way. It's good. Facing the trees over here.
You tell us where we end. All started with my dad because he's a sports fan.
Yeah.
And he's working in actually management and motivation stuff. So through my whole life, I had the luck to be next to someone really clever and versed into the art of coaching and teaching people. And now I have finally the chance to express it, and I have the chance to do it in the best setup possible with you guys. So.
I mean, you're now laying on a motivational, successful sports person. And I can see why you're so comfortable speaking this way, because you feel at home. And if there was ever anything that I can do.
The team, as it's coming along, and I'm not going to give any details on that because that's going to be a separate video, and I don't want to deprive you guys of any excitement and awe of what's going to happen. But you know, a couple of months ago, we were in the same situation in this little room where Oscar, Jay, and I were just like ideating who it was that we were going to replace Tarek and Rush with. And we're kind of doing right now. We're kind of doing the same thing right now, and that's super exciting for me because it's, you know, it's like you're building something, and then you want to turn it into something. So you want to get going on the right step forward. So we're going through those motions, and I'm excited to bring you guys all the information when the time is due. But for right now, just know that your man's me is having an amazing time trying to figure out this puzzle that will create a vision for LOL.
I think it's always going to be a challenge, and if it's not a challenge, I'm not interested in it, simply because where's the fun in that? Right?
There's none. If it's too easy, it's not funny.
Which is why I appreciate what you did with Unicorns of Love, right? You're literally like us, a scrappy team, not a lot of resources, but you made it happen. So before we get into that, tell us a little bit about, tell them who you are, full name, address.
No.
P.O. Box.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Yours. Can I give yours?
Sure.
Your phone number? Perfect. Hi, my name is Hector. No, not this one. Hi, my name is Romain Bijard. I'm French. I was a former manager for the European team Unicorns of Love, which I quitted a couple of weeks/months ago to join OpTic Gaming and to help you guys to build what's going to be one of the most successful teams in the West, obviously. I do love League of Legends, I do love esports. I believe this is the next step for entertainment around the world. I believe in 20 years esport is going to be bigger than football, basketball, and so on and so on. My first initial job was in Europe for Razer, so I was in charge of taking care of teams, basically, activating them.
So were you like on the marketing but esports side of?
Yeah, exactly, the sponsoring. Like for Nike, for example, you have someone at Nike making sure Ronaldinho is wearing the Nike shoes. Same at Razer, you had someone making sure if you're a Razer team, you're using the proper keyboard and so on and so on. In my wallet of teams, so I had several teams. One of them came up, it was Unicorns of Love. So I left what was a secured job for Unicorns of Love. I remember by the time people were telling me, why would you do that? Like esport, that's never gonna work. It's still a good business, but it's safer to stay in a big company. That was the best move of my life. Definitely. I dived deeper into esport and I enjoyed it. Had the chance to work with amazing people. Unicorns of Love was a really small company. They helped me a lot, basically, to grow as a human being, and just I was in the first row in the esports show, you know. I saw everything growing, and we had a really good relationship with Riot as well. Everything went super smooth. And a couple of months ago, if you had come to me 4 months ago telling me, hey Roman, you're gonna work in the US in 3 months, I would have never believed you.
You wouldn't, yeah.
No, I said, yeah, why, bro? I have the best job in the world with the unicorns. And then I had this call and I met those crazy people telling me, I think what you did is great, but it's time to go to the next step. Like, next step. So here I am, basically.
Well, again, I give you props for that, because it's always really easy to take the easy way out. It's really easy for you to just say, you know what, I'd rather do this because it's easier, because we have resources, because we have infrastructure, and we have all this. But the fact that you were able to build what you built, and I'm talking about like you built a brand that I heard about. Somebody that really hadn't followed League of Legends outside, you know, from that deep into it. League of Legends, whether you follow it or not, you follow it because of how big it is. You know, it's always in your face, it's always in everybody's mouth. So the fact that you were able to build something like that, a brand that I heard about, you know, and which I thought you were called. I think your stage presence is incredible.
I think what went super well with Unicorns of Love is I had people around me who trusted me, and we could work really great. And when I was the one making a call, or even if Shippy was the one making a call, everyone was on board, on the same page. And what I really liked with you guys when we discussed is you trusted me on my calls, and I'm gonna absolutely trust you on your calls. So this respect, I believe, is the concrete, the basement, the base, the foundation for any kind of good relationship. It doesn't even matter, it's for any kind of business, it's about life actually. If you respect people, if you trust each other, you can go super far.
So right now we have Zabutin, who I met today.
Right now we are between 0 and 100. Why? Because we have the manager, we have the coach, and we have a couple of other managing people, and we are trying to build the most efficient roster. It's a bit of a weird time because all the contracts are kind of protected, so you can reach out to a lot of players, but you cannot really sign anyone at the moment. So, and we have this 2 import limitation, meaning you can only employ 2 people outside of North America. So depending on who is saying yes or no, your whole roster is changing. Why? Because I believe a lot into one player should kind of choose the next one. I don't believe it works if you just put 5 people together, you put them in a room, and you expect them to just do
figure
magic.
it out.
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
It's all about the details.
Exactly, details, and it's more efficient to recruit player A and ask him, okay, who do you want to work with? Player B, okay, then you take A and B, okay, who do you want to work with? And C and D and E and F, because at the end of it, if you fail, it's everyone's fault. But then you can efficiently share the responsibility, rather than I put everyone, I expect you to win, but if you lose, then it's my fault. So it's a team, and LCS, I don't know how it is for Call of Duty, for example, but LCS is a marathon. Like it's almost 10 months tournament, and it doesn't matter to be successful week 1 or 2. You have to be successful until the end, and actually the end matters even more, because that's when you're going to qualify for Worlds, and the World Championship is that's a place where you want to be in League of Legends.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've never been to one, and I cannot wait. I've seen it, obviously. I haven't seen, you guys got a dragon. It's pretty cool.
We got a couple of dragons.
Can we get dragons? Can we like put a branding? I'm not into animal cruelty, but since this is a mythical animal, we can maybe brand them the way that we brand cattle.
You want to put an OpTic logo?
They can even heat it up.
Yeah,
they can even heat it up with their breath.
Probably. We're gonna discuss it with Riot if you really want to brand the dragon. Might cost a bit of money, you know, to put this. Yeah, we're gonna do that with the dragon.
League of Legends, finally, and I say finally because I've been yearning the day that this happened. But this is all public knowledge, so I'm gonna give you a little bit of a scenario. Okay, up until recently, we were a scrappy organization that grabbed money from sponsorships and paid salaries, grabbed money from the money that we make from media and paid salaries. So we didn't have like this extra budget to expand willy-nilly. We had to be tactical, and we had to have a vision as to how everything was going to unfold to make this organization run. And for me, for the past couple of years, was a super difficult decision to say we cannot be in league, we cannot be in league, we cannot be in league. And the reason I say that is because there has been so many opportunities for us to enter League of Legends that I can't even tell you. But these opportunities came with a hefty price tag. One scenario, for example, was, you know, Hector, you're gonna have to pay $1.25 million. $1.25 million. That's $1,250,000 to get the LCS spot from somebody that had already qualified. Now, in my head, I'm like, all right, 1.25 is the biggest esports in the game at the time. Like, it makes sense as to why I would want to do it. But then on top of that, you would inherit close to $600,000 worth of inventory or salaries or that. And my thought the entire time was, it's my money. It's the company's money. We don't have outside money that we can be okay with using as we build this thing out. It was literally us taking money from somewhere somehow and then making it happen. So as a scrappy, independent, esports organization, I thought to myself, all right, so I'm going to pay 1.25 and then be on the hook for 600 for salaries. What happens if they get relegated? Where does my $1.25 million investment go? And that was something that was a hard pill for me to swallow. I could not do it, so I didn't do it. When Riot announced that they were going to be doing franchising at a much heftier price, but you're guaranteed that that's yours unless you do bad stuff or you don't do what you're supposed to do, things that we would never as an organization fail to do, that you would be kicked out. Now this is your spot, you're buying this and you're always and forever going to be there as long as you abide by the rules, which we obviously will, that it was yours. Your investment is safe. You have an asset at that point. You have a spot that's yours. That to me was a little bit of a safer move, and as such, we decided to enter it. We went through different conversations until we found the right partner. I knew exactly what I was looking for and what answers I needed to hear, and my dude Neil, man, had the right vision. And I don't want to say we're finishing each other's sentences, but we kind of were. So it was really easy for me to be like, all right, this is how we're going to approach this thing. This is how we're going to evolve from OpTic, what it is right now, to what it's going to be in the future, 10 years down the line. And I've always been very, very good at being patient. I could have taken the risk, taken the gamble, and done, taken the shortcuts and been in League of Legends years ago. But I wanted to make sure that we had an appropriate platform to offer the players something that was sustainable and something that was going to benefit them in the long run. And here we are today. League of Legends, OpTic LOL. Say it right now. OpTic LOL. It flows so beautifully. OpTic LOL.
I'm afraid this one is over, ladies and gentlemen. It will be coldzera having a bit of fun in CD Spawn to finish it off, and 16-12 will be the final scoreline there. After having the 6-1 start, they got what they needed there, OpTic. They went both pistols as well, but got completely dominated in the gun rounds. And it was coldzera looking phenomenal throughout. Taco, great series from him. HS, just to give him a shout out as well. Great AK-47 work.
When we made the decision to go after the players that we went after, HS, Alu, Freiburg, and Magisk, we were literally almost scrapping and trying to grab pieces from different areas to have a working situation. And by that I mean, a competitive team that will perform, given the right opportunities, given the right chance, given the right chemistry, etc. So far we are, I think, 3 months into the process, and we've had our moments of brilliance. We've had our moments, where we shined, and we've had our failures. Just recently we placed 5th at IEM, and then the weekend before that at iBuyPower we had the same sort of performance where it's the little details that would have made us advance. It's the mistakes that we shouldn't have made that would have allowed us to advance further in the tournament.
I think the team lacks chemistry together, and that's why we made some changes. I'm going back to opping again. Alu's gonna rifle, he's gonna lurk, and then HS is gonna go from lurking to entry fragging, which was his role in Penta. And we'll try to do our best because we qualified for Pro League in Denmark and ECS in Cancun, Mexico. So these two events will be the last ones that we will play this 2017.
I'm not worried about it because I am having the appropriate conversation with the team, right? I am having this open dialogue with them as to, is there something that we could be doing better? Is there something that we need to be fixing? Is there someone that needs to be replaced? What I don't want to do is to continue to beat a dead horse. If this team isn't going to work, then we have to figure out what the right scenario is going to be when that happens. And even then, even when we make that decision, right? Even when we make the decision to replace someone or people on the team, we have to make sure that this is going to be something that benefits us long term. We got to stop saying, all right, let's take this from here, that from that, and see if it works. We have to be strategic about the way that we navigate through the space. You know, the amount of super teams that are being built around us, it just puts a little bit more of a fire under our ass to really sit down and comprehend the game instead of the match that we're playing next. You know, we got to look at the whole year, and we got to look at what it takes to get to a major, not what it takes to get through the next event. Getting through the next event means nothing if you're gonna fail on the following one and the following one, and you're not gonna make the major. That's not the game that we're playing here. Let me rephrase that. That is not the game that we should be playing here. We should be thinking long term. If it takes a year for us to win a championship and then we get in our group, I'm okay with that. I'm patient. All right, I understand what it takes to build that sort of the sort of championship team. What I'm not willing to do is to continue to do what we've been doing and not learn from our mistakes. So it's an ongoing conversation.
And these two events will be the last ones that we will play in this 2017. So we really want to go far and gain confidence because we didn't qualify for the major. So this will be the last test of 2017, and there's a lot on the line. We made some changes, and let's see what happens. All my team went back home, but I had to come back to Chicago for last time because I have to do some paperwork and I have to pack my stuff. After a lot of months living here, I'm living in the CSGO house and no one's gonna come back again. So it has been a struggle. There has been good moments. It will be a part of my life that I will never forget, and I'm happy to leave and go back with my family and my girlfriend and friends and living a normal life because it's been draining mentally. I think I came back home and I was not the same person as before. I was not enjoying Counter-Strike too much because I grinded a lot and I didn't do a normal life. And even though this house is good, family and friends are really important. And having a healthy lifestyle helps you in-game as well. So going back to OpTic and going back to having a normal life should help me to release my potential and come back stronger than ever.
Elle pue la merde cette tour Eiffel.